Alignment Strategist, and I work with business owners to help them optimize and align their business to attract more customers and also to accelerate their revenue. So, today I am actually bringing to you the fifth insight from my book, The Legacy Builder: Build a Profitable Business, Break Tradition and Leap is the full title. You can find that on Amazon. But in these series of midday expansions, I started out by giving you different insights from the book to just basically jumpstart you into starting a profitable business. And I've also been incorporating in my discussion different ways also for people who are still in corporate America or, working a regular 9 to 5, and they are looking to make that leap into their own business, into entrepreneurship. So, take a look at the videos. If you have not had a chance to catch me live, definitely go ahead to the past videos and start looking at those. Again, if you have any questions, comments, definitely you can comment on those videos, or, just send me a personal message in the direct messenger. All right. So today I want to go ahead and jump right into the topic, which is 8 tips to master customer service and profit. And again, just a little background, I have 25 plus years in customer operations and in quality improvement. Basically, I've worked in large corporations, heading up the customer operations team. And under that umbrella, some people just think that it's customer service. However, it has become multifaceted. Customer operations is more than customer service, is actually the heart of the organization. And businesses have started to realize over the past decade or so how important the data that comes through customer operations, how important it is to the survival of the company to understand their customers. So for all you small business owners out there, entrepreneurs, tune in, lean in, get pen, get paper, because today I'm going to share with you 8 tips to master customer service and to use that information so that you can profit in your business and grow. All right. So let's jump right into it. So definitely customer service is not for the faint of heart. I tell everyone this all the time. When you start a business, keep in mind you're not just, doing what you love, the business that you're bringing to the market. Yes, you love it. However, it involves customer service. It's not for the faint of the heart, nor is it for you to sweep under the carpet. It is a pivotal part of your business strategy and planning. So, master customer service and profit in every aspect of your business. So, I just want to hammer that home for you. So, whether you are a seasoned customer service executive or newly hired customer service representative, and again, if you're new to owning your own business, the importance of providing effective quality service is top priority. As customers ourselves, when you go into an establishment, at least I know I expect quality service, regardless of what type of establishment it is. I expect the employees, the business owner, to have some sense of quality service, if they expect me to come back to their business. So if your business is lacking in these areas, trust and believe that social media will be a quick reminder of who the focus should always be on, and that's your customer. So I say social media because social media has not only changed the landscape of how we communicate with customers, it has also changed the speed of how quickly we respond to complaints, because no business wants their poor customer service to be plastered on Facebook, on Yelp, on Google. No business wants that. So being able to create a positive customer experience, it's a must. And it has to be top priority to master customer service and grow profits. I just want to, okay, checking the comments there. So without a doubt, to succeed in customer service, you will need thick skin, a sense of humor, and patience of a saint. So again, I've led customer service teams for over 25 years, and I've had customer service where they're dealing with internal customers and also external customers. And if you want to know the difference between those two, go back to my previous video about the psychology of customer service. So customers know what they want and expect the representatives to be able to deliver knowledge and courtesy and empathy. So keep that in mind. Again, the psychology of customer service is ever changing, and this means that the representative must adjust accordingly to each customer and be attentive. So I keep saying representative. So if you are the business owner, you are the representative of your company. If you are so lucky to have employees, they are representing your business. So train them as you want them to represent you in your business. Customers also are busy and want communication with businesses when they want it. So if your company is not equipped to accommodate, say, an omni channel of communication, which I also spoke about, maybe I believe it was the last video, but omni communications within your business. There are different modes of omni communications, and just real quick, so if you have a communications channel, email, if your communication channel is via social media, uh, phone, those different communication channels. Some people have um, chat boxes on their websites, so it's better to set up different omni channels for your customers to communicate, or be prepared to see a decline in profits. If you only have one way for customers to contact you, that is going to cause a problem, especially if it's just by telephone or if it's just by email. So, give them at least two, until you get comfortable, maybe three different options to offer your customers. So, creating multiple channels, again, such as email, maybe even mobile, social pages, a live chat, is critical in providing stellar customer service. So it depends on your business. It depends on your company. Just keep that in mind about having different ways for people to touch base with you. So longevity in customer service is almost non-existent, and not until recent years have you seen roles like chief customer operator or chief customer officer emerge across many industries. The turnover rate in customer service profession is high, and many people burn out, but there are those who excel and possess great interpersonal skills. So just to rewind a little, so again, customer service is a so let me customer operations is basically the umbrella in which customer service falls under. And that industry, customer service, customer operations, they have quite a lot of turnover because it does require a certain skill level to um, deal day in and day out with internal and external customers. So the burnout level is significantly high within customer operations. So just keep that in mind. Again, that's at industry level, at corporation level. So when you start a small business, customer service can be a bit taxing, a bit daunting for someone who's not used to, especially face to face, or even if it's an online business and you're dealing with emails constantly coming in, or you're dealing with people constantly sending you messages via Facebook or via, whatever social media platform where you communicate with your customers. So just deliver outstanding service. It requires empathy and also an apologetic tone when you're dealing with irate customers. And this is a skill that must be honed. It can't be forced. So one of the big things that I always say to my team is when you're dealing with a irate customer or someone who's not pleased with the service, that's when you truly have to practice your listening skills. So that's where, the whole empathy comes in, because you truly have to listen to the complaint. You truly, as a business owner, have to understand it to be constructive criticism and not take it personal. It may be hard as the owner of the business not to take it personal. However, you need to take that quote unquote negative feedback and make it positive. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not quote unquote negative. It could be the truth. However, it's what your customer is telling you they're not pleased with. And when someone tells you that as a business owner, you need to take that information and make it work in your best interest. Um, looks like my so let me just go on to say these 8 tips that I'm going to share below will either identify you as a customer service expert or provide you with insight on areas to improve. They're to benefit you. Keep in mind, an unhappy customer will tell at least 10 to 15 people about their poor experience and even broadcast it to social media. So be proactive in your customer service experience. So beat them to the punch and ask for their feedback on how to improve products and service. The best time to do this is immediately after purchase, either face to face, email, or through a survey app. But you definitely want to catch the customer right after you provide a service or a product. But to improve customer service, you must know your customer. So again, go back to my video on psychology of customer service for further ways to just basically tune in to who your customers are. All right. So let's move into, I hope you're still with me. Yes, I see you're still out there. Thank you so much. So let's move into the 8 tips that I would like to share with you today on how to profit. But before we do, again, please comment, please like, please share, get this information out there. It is great information for small business owners to have, especially when they're just starting out, and the importance of building their customer service, building their outlet for customers to be able to communicate with them. I also want to invite you to an opportunity to have a call with me. I offer customer attraction calls where we'll jump on, we'll discuss the needs of your business and how I can support and guide you so that you can get your business to that 10-figure a month or that 20-figure a month that you're looking for. So I definitely encourage you to definitely jump on a customer attraction call with me. There's the link. I'll also put it in the comments, and we can just have a discussion on how you need to optimize and maximize your business so that you can increase profits. So let's go into the first tip. The first tip is consistency is key. Always make sure your processes and procedures are consistent across the board. Regardless if you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, or a Fortune 500 company, you will need to provide consistency in your product and or service. So if you have, for instance, a storefront, then you have a website. The both of those should flow in line with what the store offers as far as inventory is concerned. Communication must be seamless across platforms. The experience on the phone should be the same experience a customer receives via email. So When you have different communications channels, so the last example, if a customer calls you on the phone, then when they communicate with you via email, they should not have to start over from the top. Basically, your omni-channel of communications should be seamless. So it does not inconvenience your customers, so that it does not push your customers away from your business. So make sure that you're being consistent across the board, consistent in whatever your policies are online, that they're the same policies if you're face to face with a customer. Be consistent with your communication if you're communicating as the business owner to customers, if you have employees, when they communicate with that same customer, the communication should also be seamless. You should not be communicating one thing and your employees communicating something different. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to turn on the lights. Seems like it just got dark. Okay. So the next tip is to be proactive with customer experience. And what I mean by that is get your customers' feedback and find out what they want, not what you think they want. So that is a that is something where business owners go wrong often. They start fixing things within the business without because they believe that's what the customer wants. So many times businesses change and customers are like, well, why did you change that? That made no sense. That's what I like. So get feedback directly from your customers. It's very important. Be creative in solving problems also. And then just remember, and so when I say be creative in solving problems, so when you have a customer come to you with a problem, sometimes we automatically think they want a refund. And just always keep in the forefront of your mind, compensation is not always monetary. So yeah, you can compensate someone many different ways. So you just need to be creative in how to solve someone's problem. Again, 25 years in customer operations, I've spoken with thousands of customers, and it goes back to listening to what they're telling you. Sometimes they just want you to hear their complaint, be aware of their experience, acknowledge their experience. The one thing I've learned is mainly they want to be heard. So hear what they're saying, make sure that when you repeat back what the problem is, that you're repeating it back in their words. But always don't always jump to, okay, let me give you a refund. Don't always jump to, or let me just replace the item. I mean, if that is necessary, go ahead and do it, but just make sure that you're being empathetic, you're hearing what the customer's saying, um, and always be prepared also for the worst case scenario. Um, when they arise, the customer will be, blown away with how quick you respond. So always be prepared for when issues do arise. Sometimes it may be repeated issues that you've already solved. Hopefully you're putting something in place so the repeated issues are not continuous. But if it's something that is repeated, sometimes when you're able to resolve an issue quickly, that also impresses customers and they will come back. So customers want to be heard and appreciated, and by asking for their input, you develop a rapport, and better yet, a loyal customer, and sometimes even a brand cheerleader. So be proactive with the customer experience. Third tip, continuous improvement. So I mentioned also my background is in quality improvement. Continuous improvement is vital. So now that you have the customer's feedback, use it. You should always be in the mindset of growth, growing your business, growing your profits, and growing yourself. Take what the customer gave you and ask other customers if they also like this product or service. Immediately improve upon anything that can be fixed quickly and with the least amount of expenses. So I also bring up JDI often. So just do it. JDI is a, a strategy, so to speak, which we use in Lean Six Sigma, where if it's something, a low hanging fruit, and you can improve it immediately, if a customer is telling you something that is simple to fix, fix it. If it's something that's not expensive and that's not going to, cost you, you may have to sometimes consider some high expense fixes. But that's something that, you're not just going to do immediately. You're going to sit down and do your due diligence when it is something that's very expensive. But if it's something that you can quickly fix, fix it. But sometimes you must make an investment in your business also to make improvements and to grow. So just keep in mind, continuous improvements are important to, sustain and longevity and to keep up with technology. Those things you must also look to in your business. All right, you still with me? Yes. The fourth is interpersonal skills. So to master customer service and to profit, interpersonal skills are vital. Interpersonal skills are a must from you as a business owner, from again, if you have employees, everyone wants to be in business and thrive, but not everyone has the stamina to survive customer service. So earlier I mentioned the high turnover rate in customer service happens for a reason. So if you have poor people skills, then chances are you should not be the face of your company. That's just the way it is. If you know you have poor people skills and people annoy you quickly, or you just have a short temper, you should not be interacting with customers, not if you want to stay in business. So, the basic skills needed in customer service is clear communication, patience, being excuse me, being personable, empathetic, apologetic, and attentive. A lot of A's, right? So I'll say that again. The basic skills needed in customer service is clear communication, patience, being personable, empathetic, apologetic, and attentive. You have to be. There's no way around it. There are other skills also. However, if you do not have the basics, then you will highly be a part of the group that burn out. I just, eh, have to stress you need the basics when it comes to customer service. If you don't have those skills, look for someone else to interact with customers. Look for someone who has the skills that you do not have. You're the expert in what you do. Just keep that in mind. And if that is not your strong suit, give it to someone else. To win the customer over and ensure return customers, then you must get in touch with your feelings and the customer's feelings. Not every customer will come right out and tell you what they want. Some will just belabor the point, and you must know how to direct the conversation with ease to decipher their needs. So it does take skills to be able to listen. Sometimes you have to listen for a prolonged period before someone gets to their point of what their true issue is with your service or with your product. But you really have to, and again, practice listening to exactly what is the issue. Um, and then again, repeat it back to make sure that you have truly picked up on what the complaint is. So interpersonal skills is vital. Tip 5 is being knowledgeable. So you are the expert in your field, which makes life easy for you. and for the customer. So think about it. When a customer contacts you, they see you as the expert and expect you to have the answers. Even if you do not see yourself as an expert, you have more knowledge about your product or your service than the customer. So if you do not, let me see. So if you do not see yourself as an expert, that's a problem. Um, but it's better, I would say, to definitely hone your skills. Start taking some courses, have a mentor or a coach. Just if you find yourself not being, I guess, what's the word? If you find that you're not confident in your skills or your service, as far as taking on the expert cape, you truly have to be that expert for your customers. This is definitely a quick way to lose business if you're not familiar with your service or your product, or if when you speak to your clients, if it comes off in a way to them that you're not confident in what you're selling or in what you're providing to them. So customers come to you to make their life easier. Clients come to you to make their life easier. Even if you send them step instructions, they will still call you with questions. So just always be prepared, um, as far as knowing your service, knowing your product inside and out. It is truly important. All right. So next tip is conflict resolution. It's going to happen. If you have a business, if you have a product or service that you're offering, you're not going to please everyone. Every person out there isn't for you, meaning your product or service may not be for everyone, and you may get and you will get some clients or customers who are just not pleased with the service or product that you're offering. So you have to know how to deal with conflict resolution. Resolving an issue also the first time is a priority. If you're able to resolve an issue the first time someone comes to you with the issue, that's great. And I mentioned that maybe two tips ago, that if it's an issue that constantly keeps coming up, you really need to figure out how to eliminate that issue, because it's going to hurt your pockets. It's going to hurt the profits in your company if the same issue keeps arising. So, first time resolution is priority when a customer brings an issue to you. Um, so, be proactive. What I gave you earlier, get feedback from your customers. It is vital to resolve issues, be proactive. Even if customers are not calling your business and the only interaction is via email or speaking face to face, they want their issues resolved. Usually, the first time, I don't want to have to call a company back two and three times to remind them, oh, you didn't resolve my issue, or oh, I'm still waiting on my refund. Resolve it, follow up with the customers. But create a quick way, a quick process, a quick procedure within your business in dealing with issues, dealing with conflicts. Okay. It also helps. I would also suggest this for those, even if you have a brick and mortar business and you see customers face to face. But I also highly recommend this for online businesses. Create a quick reference guide that basically covers the frequently asked questions, and keep it handy for reference, either for you to refer to or someplace on your website where customers can go, so that if there are things that are truly not issues that arise, where you can have a section on your website, or again a quick reference guide for yourself or your employees to refer to walk customers through, why something happened or how to resolve an issue. So That's also a tip within a tip for resolving conflicts quickly. Have a guide, something to refer to. Okay, so two more. Response time. Response time is truly important. As mentioned previously, customers want what they want when they want it. Therefore, you must be accommodating. Customers do not like to wait, and having more than one way to get in contact and communicate is best for both the customer and your business. So keep in mind the more platforms you have, the more cumbersome it will become to manage. I mentioned that earlier also. Try not to have too many communication channels. I recommend two. And if you up it to more than that, just know that's going to add more on your plate as far as managing communications because response time is important. So before adding more communications channels, make sure you can respond in a timely fashion. You may need to hire someone to help you with responding and improving your response time. Having trained people who are properly armed, in the example I gave you before, having the proper information, a reference guide is a great resource and it will make it a pleasurable experience for your customers, being able to have quick responses to what they're reaching out to you about. Response time. Okay. And the last tip, and you would think this is something easy, something quick, and that would be common sense, but it's not. It is important to follow up and follow through. Always do what you say you are going to do. Y- you have to be trustworthy in business. Your customers have to know when they come to you for a service or purchase a product that you're going to follow up and follow through. And if you're the type of person who is unorganized, get organized. If you're jumping into business and running your own business, you really need to get your planner, set some reminders on your phone, utilize Outlook, utilize Google Calendar, get a chalkboard or something, but you need to make sure that you are following up with your customers and making sure that you're keeping your promise to them. Check in, after a few days if there is a complaint, or just follow up to see if there's anything else you can do, or after a week or a day or two has passed, let them know that you corrected something that they brought to your attention. um, it truly goes a long way. Again, the whole being heard. Customers want to know that they're being heard in that moment. And then when you follow up with them in a day or two or a week to let them know that you implemented some type of process or procedure to eliminate this issue going forward, you've won, that customer over. Hopefully it's not a issue that was so big where, they're done with you completely. But usually when you fix a issue and when you bring it to the customer's attention that you've corrected the issue, they're going to come to you, especially if your product or service is top notch. So a quick phone call, a short email, just to let them know that you appreciate their feedback, and that the issue has been taken care of, goes a long way. It shows that you care. So I hope this information has been beneficial. I hope that each of you um, were able to pull something from it. And if you don't implement everything, whichever tip you decide to follow, the idea is to, at some point, incorporate them all within your business. Remember, great customer service is dependent on getting customer feedback. If you're not getting your customers' feedback, how do you know how to service them? So know your customer and know your business. Get in touch with me. Again, reach out to me. schedule a customer attraction call. I would love to talk to you about different strategies and techniques that you can implement within your business. This is what I do. If you're looking to accelerate your profits within your business, definitely schedule a call with me, and it's about a half hour call. We'll discuss and see if we're compatible, if we can work together. Okay? So it has been great. I hope you all have a wonderful day and take care. Bye now.